What's the difference between a toy and a collectible? A toy is pretty self-explanatory. They're basically playthings made of a certain quality for you to play with, and they can be enjoyed by all ages. The thing is, if you're like me and you reach a certain age, you're gonna be looking for something more. And that's what collectibles are. They're toys, but taken to another level. Now, mind you, I'm not trying to diminish the value of a toy or prestige, if some of you feel that way. But if you want to add something to your collection that truly makes a statement, you go for the big guns. I don't just want toys. I want that premium stuff. Premium collectibles are the truth. They are the way of life. A few years ago, I thought it couldn't get better than this, but nothing could have prepared me for premium to go even more premium-er. And this, my fellow collectors, is the next evolution of THREEZERO's premium line. And if this is a sign of things to come, we're in for a good time. With every new release, there are major improvements to the overall design and engineering. You can sense the passion from the designers over at THREEZERO and their desire to make each new release better than the last.
The great war between those that collect non-transforming transformers and the ones that refuse to acknowledge their existence rages on.
My take on that is, I don't give a flying starscream about a non-transforming transformer, especially one in this size. There's more than one way to enjoy an IP such as Transformers. For me personally, it's about the characters and their design. And when given love and care in the proper hands of THREEZERO, you end up getting something that's beyond the toy. Unless you own this, you have no idea how amazing it is to have in hand. And going back to the great debate about this being a non-transforming transformer, I have seen videos of the unofficial third-party transforming figures of this particular version of Optimus Prime. And yeah, they look amazing. We've come a long way with Transformers. But as amazing as they are, compromises had to be made. And it's typically the aesthetic or articulation that is compromised to make way for the transformation. And by the matrix do those third-party figures break form when you put them into a battle pose. And that's the catch. They can transform. And that's the only advantage they have over this. And look, I'll be fair. Do I wish this can transform? Absolutely. It would have made this Optimus Prime too amazing. My mind would not have been able to handle it. But only if they were able to retain everything that makes this collectible the premium that it is. Unfortunately, I don't think we're anywhere near that at the moment. If a designer can crack the code and make a transforming version of this Optimus Prime, where he can bend forward without breaking aesthetics, and you see all that spine detail that's featured in this and the deluxe version, then yes, we've reached the next level of transforming toys. And when that happens, hey, there's no more war, and we all win. And speaking of articulation, I think I'm kind of done with the three-point landing pose that was made so famous with Hot Toys' Iron Man. So I decided to go with my favorite kick in all of kicks, and that is the Jodan Sokudogeri, made popular by Ryu in Street Fighter 3, also known as the Donkey Kick. You'd be surprised that this deceptively simple looking kick is pretty hard to pull off with other figures, as it requires nuance to make it look powerful. The fact that this Optimus Prime can pull it off without the use of ratchet joints is pretty impressive. So in the end, what separates this from the Last Night Optimus and the Dark of the Moon Optimus? I think it comes down to the amount of die-cast featured in this. And surprisingly, the lack of ratchet joints kind of elevates it for me. I've expressed my love and appreciation for ratchet joints numerous times in the past, as they extend the longevity of an action figure. Having spent a considerable amount of time with this figure and then going back to the previous two figures and hearing the clacking of the joints, it sort of cheapens it. And by no means am I suggesting that the earlier figures are absolute trash. Far from it. I'm just talking about overall feel. THREEZERO's Last Night Optimus Prime is still a phenomenal figure, and it's getting a re-release, and I urge anyone that missed out on it the first time to get it. But I also strongly encourage everyone to also pick up the newest version of Optimus Prime. It is just absolutely a premium collectible. Thanks for watching, my fellow Cybertronians. I'll see you soon.